Okay. All right. Gotta remember, mental note for next time. Remember where a car is parked.
Oh no, God, that was fucking miserable.
Oh, I know. I was fine because I was like, it could be way colder.
Yeah, I could. Well, good thing we actually went to Target right before, and I got an actual winter coat this time. So.
Right, yeah. Oh no, I still got on my same old stuff. But like, right, I gotta remember, we're not used to this parking lot yet, and this parking lot's way bigger than the one in Springfield. I loved going to see this movie with you for how flabbergasted you were after the movie was over.
You were too.
Oh no, I was too, but like, yeah, your reaction was actually stronger than what I thought it was gonna be. So it was a lot of, that was weird. That was, whoa, this movie's something. It's going in a direction now.
It was a bizarre movie.
Uh-huh. Did you like it though?
I wanted to. I was telling you when we got out, I was like, the leads are so charming. I really wanted to like this.
Yeah.
But this movie is weird. It's a really weird movie because I don't know what to make of it. Really, like I had to go to the bathroom a lot during this movie because I drank a bunch of water beforehand.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I go to the bathroom like just for a minute, I might miss something that's
something crazy that's gonna happen in this movie.
Like another twist or something. Because there's a lot of weird twists and turns in this movie.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, like I went to the bathroom one time, I came back and I was like, wait, what happened? What just happened?
Yeah, I know. I go like, oh, this person's trying to kill this person now.
Yeah, it was bizarre.
Did you have a good time with it though? Or were you just kind of sitting there like, well, now it's this kind of movie now. Like, slow down, film. Like, let me process this information that you've given me.
I wouldn't say I really enjoyed it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because I did...
Enough to where you wanted to see it play out.
I guess.
Yeah.
I did check my phone, like, once during it to see how much longer there was.
Uh-huh.
And then, when I checked my phone, there was like still maybe like 40 minutes left, and that's where the movie took a weird turn. It turned into like a fucking like rape revenge movie. I was like, what?
Yeah, so this is the movie, if you haven't seen the previews for this movie, this is one where it stars Ian McKellan and Helen Mirren, and he's a con artist. It shows this in the trailer, where he meets Helen Mirren online. She just has her grandson, who is an adult. He's kind of the only one that she has in her life. So the two of them meet, seemingly out of like loneliness and companionship. But you know right away he's a con artist because it's showing these other schemes that he's got going on. And it shows this in the trailer as well, that he's trying to do this scam to kind of get her out of this money that she has saved up. But even from the trailer, you're not sure at first, like, is he a killer or is it just, you know, just like sort of just a con story or something like that? It's a bit of both. And the thing about this movie is where the movie ends up, there's a big thing about where it ends up that I saw coming early on. There's one thing about it involving a particular character where I was like, I know what they're going to end up doing here, especially if you've seen countless of other con artist movies that kind of try pulling a similar sort of thing with its story and its characters. But the route that it takes to get there, suddenly we'll have these flashbacks that seem like another movie dropped into this one, like filmed wildly differently.
And these flashbacks are not just like very brief, they're very long flashbacks. It's like half of it is one other movie sometimes.
Yeah, like you were watching a different movie and a different story play out. Like, I knew where one thing was going, but I wasn't expecting it to veer off into this story about spies in World War II, Nazis, like, veering by way of the night porter sometimes, and, this is a silly movie.
It's silly.
Just, when it's explaining everything later on, it's not like you can't process it, because they they explain to you everything that happens.
It's explaining a lot. Like, the last 45 minutes is Helen Mirren explaining things.
And what I was sort of fine with that, because I was like,
wasn't.
it was showing. Like, it wasn't just telling. Like, it was showing this stuff play out
It
from
was a little bit of both.
this wildly different movie that almost doesn't even seem like it's the same character that we've been following along.
They don't even look like one of the
Yeah.
characters was Sir Ian McKellan.
Yeah.
And the younger version of him has
Uh-huh.
like dark brown eyes and brown hair. I'm like, okay, maybe he had brown hair at one point, but Sir Ian McKellen has blue eyes.
Uh-huh.
Like, but that's a pretty big feature of his. But the character it looks nothing like him. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay.
Like, the way that it sums up this backstory that we're given for this character's motivation is, you're right, they do spend a lot of time explaining it, but it also at the same time seems so fast, because what he does is crazy, like, in the past, and evil, sure, but it seems to happen so quickly that it's almost like it slightly even seems out of character from this person we've been following, to where it's like,
I wouldn't say out of character, but it was like very. I wasn't expecting a rape revenge plot in this, and that's where it goes.
Yeah.
Like, I guess that's a spoiler, but
sure, yeah.
it's really hard to talk about this movie without mentioning.
Yeah, it was such, like, it wasn't so, okay, so it wasn't even so much that, like, we see this person do something to another person in the past and you've set it up to where this happens. It's that when we're shown this, like, this character is almost a raping machine. Like a cyborg built for rape. Like, when it's flashing back.
Yeah, like Sir Ian McKellen, like, I'm like, okay, he's just a con artist, but then it turns out he's like this fucking serial rapist of some kind, and...
Yeah, or you're introduced, like, again, it's like several different movies are happening in this film, and it's directed by Bill Condon, who himself has a weird filmography.
I was gonna ask what other movies he's done.
It's not. It's just that his filmography is random. He did Dreamgirls and Kinsey, but also did Candyman, Farewell to the Flesh, and both Twilight Breaking Dawn movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I think he did Mr. Holmes with Ian McKellen.
But yeah, like the two leads, I love Helen Mirren, and I like...
And Ian McKellen, yeah.
Yeah, Ian McKellen. Wait, is she knighted or whatever?
Dame Helen Mirren, I believe so, yeah.
Okay, because I was calling him Sir Ian McKellen. I'm like, I don't want to disrespect
I don't
him.
want to get angry letters from Sir Ian McKellen. Not after the Sir Ben Kingsley incident.
Anyways, I like both of the actors. They're both very charming in this movie.
Yeah.
But, like, so I really wanted to like it because they are good leads, but it's just a weird movie.
That's what was carrying me through this movie. Like, it was similar in that aspect to Greta.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too, you know?
Yeah.
I like this actress a lot, but this movie...
Isabelle Huppert.
I liked Greta more, but...
Greta wasn't even that great. They're both similar in that the scripts are kind of a mess and all over the place, and whereas Greta was almost underwritten in some aspects, this one's wildly overwritten in a lot of parts. But both of them, I was being carried through both of them because of the actors, because Isabelle Huppert was great in Greta, and in this, you've got both Ian McKellen and Helen Mirren really carrying this movie with gravitas, and really kind of throwing themselves into these roles.
Yeah.
So that was keeping me entertained by it, and it was somewhat elevating what's a weird script that needs, this is apparently also based on a book, and I'm like, I'll bet in book form this actually reads fairly well.
Sometimes books just don't, unless you make a lot of changes, sometimes they just don't adapt that well to movie form. But you have to take some liberties sometimes. But
And it's not often you see a period piece that takes place in 2009.
yeah, it makes it very clear it's 2009.
Yeah, there's a part where they go see Inglourious Bastards.
Oh yeah.
And I liked Ian McKellen's review of it in the movie, going like, I didn't really pay attention in history class, but I don't remember Hitler getting gunned down in a French movie theater. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Like, but I understand why they did it that way to fit, because you might not know this going into the movie, but it is highly dependent on World War II. And so I'm like, I understand why they're setting it in 2009.
Yeah, they talk about Albert Speer a lot. And,
yeah, we get like a whole tour at one point in the movie. And when they suddenly throw in like this story about when they're going on tour in Germany, and we're having a story now, about a flashback about spies, and like this almost sort of German Don Draper backstory.
From the trailer, you're not gonna. The trailer doesn't really do that much for this movie, because it's like, I was expecting like maybe more of a thriller, like a.
I mean, it is.
Yeah, I guess, but there's a lot of things I was like not expecting this movie to do.
I would say like, it's a really solid rental. Like,
I guess.
I would call it that. Like,
I don't know. For me, I was like, ugh, this movie.
You really regret watching this?
I don't regret watching it. It depends who I'm talking to.
No, I would say like, it's easily worth a rental, like a Friday night, and you put on this movie, because it's not too long. It's like an hour and 45.
Depends who I'm talking to.
Well, I mean, that's the case with any movie. I just mean, like, generally speaking, like, how would I rate this movie? It would be that, because I can't recommend theater prices for this, really, for what's a pretty lackluster script, just elevated by performances, but I wasn't bored by it. Like I said, there was one thing about it where I was like, I don't know why you're trying to hide this movie. I know where it's going in this one aspect, but there's some other, like, curveballs that it throws in where I'm like, this is silly. And to watch these two actors act out some of the craziness in the backstory of this with a stone cold straight face, saying these lines and this exposition to each other, I was entertained by that. I'm like, they're giving it their all.
It's the third act that really, like, kind of didn't work for me, because she's just explaining and narrating what her motive was this whole time. In flashbacks too, and her being like, and this is why I did this, and then this happened, and then you did this, and it's just like this whole rape revenge explanation of why she was doing everything she's been doing. I'm like, oh, and that's like a long flashback too. It's not just it's not like just 10 minutes or shorter. It's just a long 40 minutes, it feels like.
It was not a 40-minute flashback sequence.
It felt like 40 minutes.
It was at the most 10 minutes.
It was not 10 minutes.
Yeah, because I looked at my watch like around that time.
Well, then it felt long at least.
No, I was looking at my watch to make sure that the battery was fine on the phone for putting it up to the light.
Well, it felt long at least for me.
I wouldn't say that for me, because like, I mean, it was showing the flashback, and I was just perplexed by what I was being shown, because again, it did feel like another movie drops into this film.
Yeah.
So again, like, I wasn't bored by that. I wasn't really bored by anything in this movie, but I can't say it's worth going out to the theater to go see. I mean, would you say it's worth popping up on like Netflix or just like as a Friday night rental?
Depends who I'm talking to, like I said. In general,
generally speaking.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, because it's not.
If
it's
there's
not
nothing
a bad
else on,
film.
It's not bad. It's not like badly made or anything, but
it's well made. And to see these actors kind of do their thing. It's got enough things about it.
The acting's good.
Yeah, it's got enough things about it that are positive that I'm not going to be like, oh, skip it.
Yeah.
But it's... I mean, hey, look, if your choices are this and Charlie's Angels, please, for the love of God, go see this movie. Or, The Warrior Queen of Johnsey, but I don't know why in the hell those are your only two options.
I saw a lot of
kind
people...
of weird theater are you at where those are the only two movies?
I saw a lot of people coming out of that movie, though. When I went to the bathroom during the movie, I saw a lot of people coming out of it.
Warrior Queen of Johnsey?
Yeah.
There was
I mean, it's an Indian movie. I saw a lot of, like, people that were Indian coming out.
Yeah, but
so.
I wonder if the movie was still playing, because there was a couple of walkouts when Jared and I saw it.
I can see if you're Indian, maybe you might want to see it if you know a lot about this person or something.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, not according to, like, the couple who walked out and a couple of the comments I've seen on our review.
I don't know. I saw a lot of people coming out of the theater, like, when it came out, like, once it was over, so...
Did they give a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
Why would they... Right, to me, just like me going to the bathroom. No, I had to wait in line for a little bit to go to the bathroom during the movie, because there was a bunch of people in front of me that came out of that movie.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
Sorry, the background farted. Well, we've got a couple of other things coming up during the week. I found a theater that's showing The Irishman, so I'm gonna try to see that during the week. And plus, there's a Mormon movie playing on Monday.
Yeah.
Out of Liberty, I believe it's called.
Yeah, I guess it's about, like, them...
It looks like a siege movie. Like it's a Mormon Rio Bravo.
I guess it's about them, like, traveling from, like, Illinois to Utah and getting stuck in Missouri.
I think so, yeah.
So, I mean,
I'm excited.
I was taught a little bit about that, but I'm not very knowledgeable about it right now.
Yeah,
like,
we'll talk about it.
I forgot about it, but yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll see that Monday night. So we'll have a couple of movies coming up for you during the week. So check out our other reviews this weekend. There was Warrior Queen of Johnsey, Ford v Ferrari, and Charlie's Angels. We got those reviews up. Give us a like. In the description and follow us. Click the. It was much easier when we did this from the apartment and I could put up my images. Click the notification bell so you'll get alerts whenever a new video comes up. And we'll see you next time. Later.
Bye.